Hello, welcome back to City Skylines with me, Neat, and we are back in Goldfield, which is my first ever city in City Skylines. I was just having a little think about what we need to do in today's video, because I'm very much trying to play this game without too much planning. I'm just trying to, I do some bits of planning in my head, but generally speaking, I want it to be quite organic and natural, like just going with, when you start to develop, trying to expand from that area. And at the moment we've got demand for absolutely everything, literally the whole shebang we need. We've got a few issues with traffic in a few places, but a lot of that, like in the distance, is more the fact that we put in that village only last episode. And it looks like we are going through some weather damage, which is always what you want. And something I want to work towards is being able to build a harbour, a cargo harbour, but we can't do that until we've unlocked all the tiles towards the edge, because you can't then do the boat transport, which I didn't realise in the last episode when we put in water taxis, that we can't do any connected trips yet because we haven't got any, which is a bit annoying, but there we are. So I'm thinking, first of all, I want to work on expanding this built-up area because we've got demand for it and demand for offices, and then we'll kind of go from there. Obviously, we've got low-density demand. We've always got low-density demand, and I'm thinking if we work on the village area in the distance, that should work. And then we've got this area by, if we look at our kind of pollution, we've got those kind of zones that we're going to have to think about moving at some point before we start building. So maybe looking at getting rid of our landfill site and changing that to a recycling centre, I think is going to be the better place to go, or actually moving it somewhere where the wind isn't going to be an issue. So if we just have a little look at the wind, we know that back this way the wind goes that way. So whether or not we put a landfill site over this side, I think that's probably moving the landfill site is going to be a good idea. If we got space, if we've got any more oil, we have got more oil. But all the wind goes that away, doesn't it? Yeah. So what we could do is just purchase, because we've got 9 tiles left. I've purchased a couple of tiles around here to work on development. But if we purchase this top tile here, we can then do a road and move the landfill site over there. So if we click landfill and we click relocate, we can relocate him. Oh, bollocks, that was wrong. Probably literally just pop him in on the end of the road. Actually, we'll just, sorry, I'm wasting money here now. Move him out of the way. Yeah. Come on, I don't care about that. Right, so we'll use, sorry about that, just took me a minute. We'll do a bigger road, because I think he does, is that all a big road? That's all just 2 lane roads, isn't it? Interesting. I suppose it's not going to be a main road, is it? And then what we can do is move him onto the other side of it. There we go. And we can always level them out afterwards. Because this isn't going to be a main connection to the outside world yet, I don't think. So that means, well, he's going to have to restart with the garbage, isn't he? So that should kind of soften all of that. I think that should work out okay, and then that's going to help with the pollution, that side of things, because we now don't have a giant landfill site there, and we have like a little bit of industry here from time gone by. So if we have a little look, that's not a desirable place for industry, but if we look at pollution, we've got, you know, a little bit of pollution, fair bit of ground pollution, so we just want to de-zone all of that. Sorry, you're all, yeah. Now we need to let that kind of calm and heal itself down. I popped in a couple of farm fields around there as well, and I'm thinking we can kind of put in some, I don't know, residential estates around this area. Let's just have a little look at resources. So we've got a bit more green along there for farm fields. So again, if we look at building it up a little bit around the farm fields as much as possible, and then I believe that's just a water treatment centre, which I think can sit wherever it wants. We'll just leave that alone actually for now. So that's all of that. That should help with the pollution. Okay, we've got the connection issues again. with just the power lines being an issue. Maybe if we pop another one in. I need to put in a line. Let's see if that improves the connection issues. Is that going to resolve it? There's not enough electricity to transfer. Come on. Our electricity's fine at the moment. I think it's just everything going through. So we've got a battery station, we've got a transformer station, we've got the geothermal plant. It's just the connections are too much for them. Let's have a little look. Just whether, there we go. Just bridging the gap like that just seems to do something to it. And it's just whether we also kind of just trying to divert and spread the power a little bit so it's not all going in one place. I don't know how much that helps, but in my head it helps. Oh, you can see the snow coming into our little area. So we've got this little village that we built on the last episode, Maple Springs, which is an odd shape, but it'll do. I was just trying to make something a bit unique, really, to the area. Then we've got our slightly fancier housing estate, kind of like not even on a main road. It's all kind of like very much truly villagey vibes on that side, going up to our big school complex with sports fields. And then we've got our useless harbour, which we have nobody using because it doesn't work, so let's just turn him off for now. Yeah, it's one of those things, you can't do much about that. Lovely, I love how this area is looking built up. Now, people were complaining of crime rates, so if we just have a little look, we've got 11% crime rate, which I don't think is bad at all. If anything, we need like a little police station over here, but I think for now it's okay. So let's look at building up this area and expanding it across. I think if we purchase that square there, that square there, so we've got 6 left. And I think because we've got the rail line, we've got the bridge coming off here, I think we could upgrade this road. See what grows in. I think that's probably going to look a little bit too much. The offices, I mean, they might just be a bit too big, but we'll just see what happens with that development. Interesting how it's just like snowy on the edges. Interessante. Very interesting. And actually our city, people aren't complaining of too much, which is very unlike my city. See, I think they might just be too big, you know, because we're going for quite medium density here, aren't we? So I might have to flatten it all down. We'll see. We'll see how it grows in, if it's too much or not. And then it's making our way this way. So we've got space for a bit more farming, so let's just quickly pop in some more. What do we need? What have we got demand for? We've got demand for nothing really, but we will end up needing demand for corn, carrots and cotton, and we've only got a bit of space left really. So this can all be really small. I don't want it anything more than 2s on that bit, and then we'll do 3s, and then we'll do 3s, 2s, 3s, 2s. That bit will fix with a path. Oh. Honestly, why does it do that? Alright, let's have a little look. Same thing's happening there, isn't it? Honestly. Who do they think we are? Children? I wish there was a bit more we could do with zoning to like make it, I don't know, just look better, more effective, you know? And the same thing, we've got more issues with path here. And then the other side's fine. So this should hopefully quash some of that demand for low density, she says, and it hasn't seemed to have dropped at all, despite everything. And even though this isn't like the most desirable place to live, they're all like, we'll move here, it's fine. We'll make it work. So yeah, this is kind of a bit more of a smaller complex. We've got the main road here where we can put some nice shops. Just whether, what's that demand for commercial? It doesn't split the commercial into like medium or high density really, does it? We kind of do that as a bit of a high street. And the same on this side. And see what happens there. And then you've got like the little farm field. Be nice to maybe have like a little chicken farm or something go up to there just to use that space. Not too shabby though, not too shabby. Lots of little houses growing in, and it's already full, which is just insane. Now these ones I'm gonna be a bit more generous because it's the least desirable area to live. Let those ones fill in as they want to. And they're probably not all going to want to fill in there straight away because it's not as desirable, as nice. And then again, we'll put some more shops down on that bit. And then we will keep that. It's kind of a little commercial area. Ooh, we've got a signature building, the Auto Centre. Yeah, we'll just see what that grows in like. We can make that look prettier in a bit once it's all grown in. And the snow, I like the look of the snow, but I do find it's a bit distracting. Let's have a little look how that looks on the High Line. See, I still think that's just too big. You know, we've got all this flat land here. And then it's some giant buildings in the background, which I suppose it would be. But I don't know. I think I'm going to switch them out for medium density. Oh, she's going to be a rebel. But I think we are. Sorry, guys. It's all going to be medium density. And then the same for the offices, I think. Unless we can get them smaller. You still get to be offices. Just not big ones. Not here, anyway. I think if we stick with medium, and then we'll work on the high-rise going out towards the coast, because that's what I would imagine, like on the waterline, it should be more high-rise. So let's let that reset. We've got this little patch here that hasn't got filled in, and I was trying to think, what do we do with this space? Got some crime issues still, haven't we? Let's have a little look. What are we doing? Crime has gone up 24%. So actually, whether we need to use some of our points to put in some proper policey type things. Let's have a little look what we got. So we have the city. We've got 17 points. So we've got lots that we can do. We've got the police headquarters, but we haven't put it down. We've got the city hall, which I think might look pretty good. And we've got a prison for criminals and a central bank. The central bank houses stock and resource trades and financial advisors. So I suppose that's going to help export profits. Ooh, oh. Right, let's stick with the city hall and the police headquarters first and figure out what we want to do there. What's our deaf care doing? Deaf care. We've got loads of availability. We've only had 83 people die so far in our city. Healthcare's absolutely fine. Crematorium's okay. It's just the speed that they can get there, I guess. Yeah, we'll just let them. I know, but you're not. You're just too big. You're just too big. You're just too big. And I think I think just in keeping with what we've got here, I think if we spread this bit out a bit more, and then going in towards the coast, I know we've got this bit by the university that's a bit more lower density. I just need to think about where we want to put the high density. In fact, that's a question I'll put to you guys. Where do you think we should build the actual major city hub? I'm leaning towards going out towards the coast. Now, we can't go all the way out there unless we use the cheated mod, I think, that unlocks all the tiles. So we could potentially do that. Do we put our city going in towards the mainland? Where do we want to build it up? Oh, we've unlocked more buildings. Right, first of all, let's sort out our crime. So if we look, we've got a police headquarters, which, where would we put a police headquarters? Somewhere in the built up area, I think, but it's just whereabouts is going to be best. I think you've got the hospital. It might be quite nice to have a police headquarters somewhere, I don't know, around here I'm leaning towards. Might look quite nice. So let's have a little look at our road layout. Now we've got this roundabout, and that's a main road, so I don't really want to mess with that road much. If we just come along as we have always done at 90, and then we can almost flow out this area. Which is going to just look fantastic when it's all said and done. And it already looks quite cool. Kind of simulates what we've got going on over there, but on a bigger scale. So it looks like we are building up in this direction, at least at the moment. We want to, because that's going to cause so many traffic issues, isn't it? If we make it into a roundabout, into a roundabout, into a roundabout, is that going to be weird? It may be weird, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. It's going to cause chaos. I just wonder whether we also allow people to then come up here. And again, put another roundabout there. I don't think it needs to be a big one, though. I think we could get away with the smaller one. Allow those houses to rebuild in. Yeah, that's just... Is that right? We'll see, we'll see. That looks a bit strange on that road, doesn't it? And then maybe if we put a connection... Problem is it's now not level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so we probably want a connection here. 1, 2, 3. Oh. And then we'll do one there. And then one there. And again, we'll make them all into these little mini roundabouts. And hopefully that will make sense, maybe. So we've got, and then the last place I'll put a roundabout is there and there. There, there, and there. Have I done something weird? Probably. Look at that. Roundabout into a roundabout. That's very British. Let's get rid of one of them, at least. Yeah, we'll leave it, actually. We'll leave it without one. We'll keep that one. There we go. So, now we have our symmetrical area for building up, and we have a place to put a city hall. And if we just check our crime is 30%, so it is creeping up, these cheeky buggers. So let's look at our city hall, see what it looks like. It's gorgeous, isn't it? It's gorgeous. So if we pop him there, he's got parking of his very own, looks out over the waterside towards our village of hilliness that I need to fix. And he does stuff. What does he do? He is a centre for different branches of local government. He reduces the price of imported goods and lowers loan interest rates. It can be upgraded with city planning offices. So we could upgrade it with something, and we could upgrade it with something else. Let's see. Yeah, why not? We've got a fancy city hall looking over our city of traffic in the distance. And that's helping people upgrade. And it's got your money is safe with us. Woohoo! So that's the city hall, and then we've also got our police headquarters, which was the other thing that I wanted to purchase. So if we just have a little look at how big are you? Oh, mother, you're ginormous. Whether or not we have him sitting off of one of these bigger roads, I think that might make sense. Let's have a little look. Yeah, beautiful building, isn't it? Look at that. Not as architecturally beautiful as the other ones, though, I must say. Oh, that's a welfare office. Bloody hell. Idiot. Police headquarters. Oh my god, that's even bigger. I was going to say, does it look... It looks modern. Okay, yeah, so it doesn't look attractive like the other ones do. And we've reached our big city! This is the biggest I think I've gotten in the game. Big city, we've just got money. So that's all. And we have our police station. I don't like the giant logo they put on these things. Like, yeah, it's a bloody police station, mate. You don't need to frickin' throw it in my face. Anyway, so it's got upgrades. It's got a garage extension, which is going to help with getting them to, I suppose... Oh, we're making 7 million a month. What a treat. Let's put a garage extension on. Let's put the helipad on. And it does have this, like, jail thing. Whether or not we need a mini jail, I think not for now, so let's leave that. But that's cool, isn't it? Look at that. Beautiful. Not as pretty as our city hall, though, I must say. Oh, look at it. One giant building, you idiot. Why are you there? Why are you there? Why are you there? Yeah, that looks better to me. That looks better. It's just the shame about these being so small. Like, they're small or they're giant. Where are the medium office buildings, guys? The only way I could do it, which would be annoying as heck, is... Let's try it and see. I'm making money like nobody's business right now, ladies and gentlemen. Literally. Right. The only way we could do it is if we do... Let's just see... how that grows in. If that grows in smaller, that could be a possibility. So we've got this huge area for development, and we've got 24 development points now. So let's have a little look. We can now get the central bank, which I think we go for the central bank, and I think we start to think about the prison side of things. Let's have a looky at our police. It's dropped down to 12%. Everybody now is being told off, and things are getting corrected. Whether or not we need to put like a mini police station over here, maybe, but I think that will sort itself out as the police kind of start cracking down on all the naughty people being naughty people. Oh wow, look at our traffic. What a shame. So, let's have a look at this city hall. Where is it? Police station. A central bank, that's what I mean, not city hall. Holy Mother Mary. Right, we're going to move you along and we're going to put you next to each other because you're beautiful. So, sorry darling, let's just creep you along. And then we'll put down your brother. If we go like there. And then we'll move you. Let's just check if he's got extensions. No extensions. Does it look better next to each other? Ooh, it's like the old and the new. They put in the new extension next door. I don't know whether we do that or whether we pop him literally there. I mean, you would have the central bank somewhere central, but probably not right next to the city hall. So actually what I want to do is I will delete. That looks better. So it's still nearish, you know, it's just a new development down the road. That looks really cool, doesn't it? Nice, 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 nice. So I want this to be a bit of a parky area. What have we got in terms of our parks? We haven't actually upgraded our parks at all. Look at that, idiots. Oh, we could even get tourist attractions. That'd be great. I would love that. So let's have a little look at our large parks. We've got a large plaza, which we could fit maybe there and there. Nice. I put a bit of a gap. I don't know whether I want to. Do we want to? No, it looked better where it was with the gap. And then we can do some paths in between. Then we've got things like the Central Park, which could potentially go opposite there. Maybe, yeah, that looks quite nice. I wish, well, I've heard the developer, you can do the development, the developer mode, can't you now? Right, there's that. And then we'll do one but without there. We'll do one without there. There we have our manicured lawn and gardens. We just need to sprinkle a couple of trees. So let's have a little look at what trees we've got. Some poplar trees, and we'll do some really gentle sprinkling around. Same with a couple of those, couple of those. And I think that looks like a really, really nice city hall, doesn't it? Very fancy. We've got bushes lining everything, some nice places for people to walk. And then we've got our central bank, which also, you kind of want it to be a place that people can easily walk around, in my opinion. So whether or not we just do very basic. Right, there we go, that's nice and pretty. And then we'll just do a sprinkle. Actually, I don't like that. Bollocks. No, we'll see how that grows in. I was just thinking actually it might be quite nice to have some laid down things, but actually sometimes beggars can't be choosers, can they? We'll see. If I have to manicure it, I'll manicure it. So the last thing I'm going to do for today is just actually build up around this area then and make it a bit more high-rise. I know my original plan... Oh, it's alright, I was just zooming in wrong. My original plan... Why are you still growing in like that? Stop trying to pop up as a giant building. So, we made some of those... I thought we did make some of those high-rise. Did I not? No. I thought that's what I'd done, but I must have done that and then unsaved and resaved. So we want this area to look a bit more built up, but still with that medium density mass, I think. So what we'll do is we'll pop in around the parks and things, all medium density. Oh, she says, making it all a bit dodgy. So this bit's all going to be medium density. Oh, bollocks. I'm having too much fun, is the problem. And then what we'll do is sprinkle in some high density inside of that. And then if we do a bit of a shopping-y area, so let's kind of go, you're going to be a shopping district, you're going to be a shopping district. In fact, let's do all four as a bit of a shopping-y district. And just see, and we're going to have issues with terrain because I went a bit mad. What's your problem? Let them go in and just see what happens. Oh, it's starting to look really good. Speed up the growing in phase. And then we're just going to use a couple of spots for high density. Just a few little spots. And we'll just see what happens when we do that. Yeah, so that looks better. That looks okay. So whether or not we do that instead. That looks more achievable. We'll see, we'll see. We'll monitor the area. Anything high-rise growing in? Is that not a high-rise? No, that's not a high-rise. Nothing. Is it a high-rise? I think that is, isn't it? We have nobody living there. Woohoo! Just what we desired. Nobody living in our area. Looking good with the parks. What we want actually is to de-zone this bit. Sorry, guys. Sorry. So I want to stretch out the park area. So that it still looks nice and formal. Little shit little thing. Alright, there we go. Bollocks. And then it gives us space, yeah, we go for the medium density to pop in. And again, it gives us time to see what some of these more technically high-rise buildings grow up looking like. Yeah, just see how that all grows in. If we just make maybe all of these squares a bit of shopping central, seeing as we seem to have an overwhelming need for shops. Now, does that look better? Or does it look worse? We've got places on fire, and it's probably because we haven't got actually anything like a firehouse around here. So let's quickly pop one in. Crime's okay. What do you reckon? Doing some really tiny high-rises in the distance for the office space? I think that would look better, but just really, really tiny high-rises. Like maybe if we just go, yeah, you're all just 2x2s. And we'll see what that looks like. We've got some traffic issues absolutely everywhere. What's our roads like? Parking availability's fine. We make £37,000 a month just on parking, and our road conditions are absolutely cracking. We haven't got any parking in this area here though, which probably we need to just think about before we finish. I do really like these older, oh, they don't fit. I was going to say, you look cracking. Cracking you're cracking. But we could probably say, you know, popping one in like there. Because at least in like the cities that I've visited, there's always like the odd one dotted about the place that just squishes in wherever it can find a space for it. Oh, it's going to look really good when it's all done and dusted. Look at that. Oh, bloody hell, tornadoes coming my way. So, ignore the tornado coming at us and the ginormous traffic jams everywhere. In fact, let's look at our roads. We've got 60% traffic control, and most of it is, this bit's all just people moving into these areas, to be honest. And then the traffic over here, again, people just trying to move everywhere, get in everywhere. Yeah, we can survive off of all of that. So our new built-up development is growing in nicely. We've got a couple of high-rise buildings, but small ones snuck in between the medium. And I love the way this is all going to just get bigger and bigger and bigger and fatter and fatter. Yeah. The last thing I'm just going to quickly check is our poisoned village. It's okay, we can work on that next time. So that's where we're going to finish it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Goldfield now sits at a population of 34,000 in counting, and I think it's not going to be long before we hit the 50,000 mark. And yeah, we'll just keep expanding. In the next video, I'm hoping to again build on that medium and high rise, and we might look into things like a university and other modes of transport. So hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, whatever you're up to, and I'll see you all soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.